I like this when somebody is heavy on their stance and they just want to shell up and look for some trades. Today's technique of the week is going to be the flying knee. So I'm going to go over a breakdown on how I like to throw the technique, and then we're going to go into one sneaky way that I like to set it up. So we're going to start off in our fighter's stance again. Now, when we're throwing the knee, there's a couple points I want to break down. We want to hit with that driving force where it's going to be much like a teep, where I push my hips into it. I want to do that same driving force for as I throw that knee. I want to bring my hips towards and into it. One way to make that knee an even sharper weapon is I also want to be mindful of where my heel is in relation to my butt. I want to try and get that heel close to the butt. The closer I get it to the butt, the sharper that knee is going to be. For a little bit of extra sharpness, you also want to point your toes, and that can also lead some more sharpness to that knee as it drives up from the hips. That covers below the waist. As far as what we do above the waist, you could either go with the seat belt or you can scarf. I've seen a very high level kickboxer up in the air with his seat belt on as he's throwing that knee. I much prefer a little bit of safety on my end, so my tendency, my proclivity there is to throw a scarf around myself. As I have that scarf, I have this elbow right in front to block from the straight punches. I have my shoulder to block from hooks, and then I've got my glove or my hand on the other side. That's how I like to show my knee and how you'll be seeing it as well in these live situations, throwing it like this. Here I am with Coach Waylon. Waylon is going to be holding the pads in this manner because with this flying knee, I really like to drive it into the body rather than in. I like to go through as I throw that body, as I throw that knee to the body rather. So again, those same notes, you're going to see me scarf. You're going to see me point my toes, keep my heel close to the butt, try and make that weapon as sharp as I can. But now as I throw that knee, I'm going to be switching places with my leg. It's going to be that same switch energy, but instead we're going to be going diagonally. So as I throw this knee up and I try and bring it forward as fast as I can, I want to shoot my other leg, my lead leg back as fast as I can as well. One more time. And one more time on that, one more time. I want to explode in there as quick as I can. Now, if I threw this blind, its percentage of landing is pretty low, so I like to set it up with a jab and a hook. As I throw that jab, I want to start creating or eliminating that distance and working away off of angle. So I throw that jab, I step again as I throw that hook, and now from here, I can throw that knee. We'll demonstrate it more in situ on how I can pin the hands. But this is how I like to set it up and work it on pads. One more time. And one more time on that, one more time. Talk about the conditions on how I like to set this up. If I've got somebody, as soon as I start hitting them, they're moving or they're cutting angles, and this technique is one that I will not go to. I like this when somebody is heavy on their stance and they just want to shell up and look for some trades. So as they're doing that and they shell up, I throw that jab to test what their defensive system's going to be. That hook comes around as a pin. I just want to hold that big, scary rear hand close to their face as I then fly into that knee. That's how I like to set it up. They're not moving. They're ready to hang out and trade some shots with me, but I don't want to do that. I have something else planned. So it's that jab. It's the working off angle as I pin on that kind of that lazy hook. I'm not looking to do damage with this. This is all in the setup. And then from there, I want to throw that knee as I pin and even pull a little bit if I can. So how I would do this safely in more of a live situation is I would go jab, hook, and throw off of angle there.